Hi Leo, welcome to the Channel of Love and welcome to your November Tarot and Oracle reading. I'm going to be using the Fairy Tarot and the Oracle of the Fairies, or the Fairy Oracles. Ding! Why does it make a difference? Whether it's the Oracle of the Fairies or the Fairy of the Oracle. Okay. I'm going to pull you 15 cards from the Tarot and then we shall end your reading with an Oracle card from the Fairies. Let's give these a shuffle first. Oh, I think we're going to pull the card now. Not look at it. It's kind of like the end of the story, but we'll put it at the beginning. But we won't spoil the story. Okay. But the ending's already known. Leo, let's get you your final card. There we go. I don't know, something about the fairies most definitely today because I feel like I'm guarding them with this book. Okay, we've got the book on top. We'll guard the oracle. Right, let's go over to the tarot. Okay, 15 cards. I'm wishing on a star. To follow where you are. Are we Star Trekking? Let's have a look. And I'm wishing on the rainbows that I see. Very feminine energy. Very divine feminine energy. Very. There's a masculine here that's trying to locate you, the divine feminine. Okay. I feel like maybe he needs to bring some playfulness into it. The energy turned playful on the second row here. So the first row is all about this feminine. Okay, and how mature she is, and how truthful, how divine this feminine is. I feel it is you, Leo. But then being the sign of Leo, very balanced in your masculine, feminine energy, which I can see on the table here. The second row is more about a masculine here, and there was this childlike, playful energy. I felt like the two of you will be able to play soon. Playtime. And it's kind of like the playing, like only you and them know how to play. Only you two know how to play. Okay. But there's someone wishing on a star to follow where you are. To find out where you are. It was more about following where you are. And then there's playfulness coming. Like this masculine wants to try and, in a way, tease you. It's a playful energy. Right, let's have a look at this final row here. It's about lightening your load as a divine feminine. It's like it's time for you to have some fun. And I feel as if there's a masculine here that's going to be bringing some fun into your life. Why? Because you deserve it. Okay. Here we have it. The underlying energy for your reading, Leo, is the Queen of Winter. It's interesting. I thought that was the Queen of Winter there. My day at a glance. Tell someone they're your family. That's what it says. Tell someone they're your family. Queen of Winter. Okay, the underlying energy. Strong, patient, self-sufficient and funny. Let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career, unmarried or divorced individuals. So, Divine Feminine, I feel like I'm not going to say that you've become extremely serious, but you've matured. And I feel the energy, you don't really get to play like you used to. You've evolved. That doesn't mean that you're no longer allowed to have fun. It's all about having fun. But there's this energy of, okay, so you've let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now it's the time to focus on your career and unmarried or divorced individuals. So here you are in your, okay, it's like you're ploughing through life. There's a snow plough here. Interesting that there's a sun, moon and stars on. It's like a shield, isn't it? Feels like that fairy guidebook that I put to shield the cards. It's hot. You're hot. You're too hot to handle. Right, let's have a look at this energy. 9 of Autumn, Divine Feminine's card, 9 of Pentacles. Reward yourself for all your hard work. Being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. So it's not like you're complaining. But I think you'll be able to recognise whether or not it seems that you're lacking maybe a little bit of joy. You would like to, for things to be a little bit more fun. Okay, you're an angel. This is the card I actually thought was the Queen of Winter. Well, it does say truthful here, but I felt a very truthful energy. Inquisitive, truthful, realistic and undiplomatic. Information that can help you, but which may also be difficult to hear, speaking the truth with kindness. An indigo child or adult. I feel that you're the adult now. I do feel you have... well, when I said about being too hot to handle, you're a very independent woman. And that can be scary because I felt you're very divine. You just speak divine truths, which can be triggering. I picked this up earlier on in the week. About what we can say can be quite triggering. Okay. I felt the energy of you having like a magic wand and like you just going around waking people up. There's something about statements, making a statement. So you make a statement, Divine Feminine. Let's just leave it like that for the moment. Because it's not about you being hard to like, it's not that your energy is negative, it's the opposite. It feels like the energy is a little bit overwhelming for this masculine. So in comes the fun aspect. And it feels the energy to kind of balance out the maturity and the seriousness of your spirituality. Okay, we've got the Queen of Autumn, the Queen of Pentacles. She's generous, stylish, gracious and practical. Be practical with respects to how you proceed. Again, suggesting that a little bit cautious maybe. Or maybe just not so naive as one used to be. The ability to make anything more beautiful and meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. Now, who's she pointing at? I felt like that was a basket here. It's not. It's taking me again to Moses' basket. So Moses in the bulrushes. Okay, well, again, the energy's taking me to the Taurus energy. There is quite a lot of lion energy, but also the bull energy here. Okay, quite a lot of pentacles on the table. We've got the Queen and King of Autumn. Anyway, let's carry on with this. What is she pointing at? Well, when I put the card down, she's pointing at the... is that snow leopard? So I have the energy of the feminine here ploughing through. And I want to say that it's this masculine's wanting to follow the divine's footsteps. So I felt it being a snow leopard. A leopard never changes his spots. I don't. That's not a statement that I would use. Okay. So there is this about actually putting in the effort to change. Okay, so it feels like change comes upon us as an opportunity for us to change. And this is about the masculine here, actually kind of taking the lead. He's in front of the feminine here. Again, information that can help you, but which may also be difficult to hear. There was a song coming through yesterday, and well, it wants me to tell you it, but it could be something that would trigger you maybe. And it was like, instead of like, hit me with your whipping stick, it was like, hit me with your chicken stick. Hit me, hit me. Very much the energy of lacking courage, being a chickening out. It's not something that anyone wants to hear, that or be called a chicken. But I feel because of the power of this feminine, this masculine is fearful. And apparently rightly so, he should be fearful. That's only about this feminine spiritual truths. This is what feels as if it's threatening for the masculine, is you're unable to hide anything from this feminine, so it makes you very open. It's like you're an open book. Let's move on to the next card. The High Priestess. Trust in your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. Five of Autumn, the change. Five of Pentacles. Now the feminine here, more mature than the masculine, who still looks like he's finding his way. I know, he's digging around in his bag for something. That's what I feel. Maybe he's not. I'm not sure what he's looking at. I think he's looking at her feet. I've never really looked at this, but you can see there's a loaf of bread, and you can see that this mature feminine here is she offering this boy the bread, or has the bread been offered by the boy? There's an interesting energy coming through about, I'd like the whole loaf of bread and not just the breadcrumbs. So I feel as if this masculine, has he been breadcrumbing this feminine, or has this feminine been accepting breadcrumbs? Where she needs to know her worth and feel her worth. This masculine feels her worth. And, oh, okay, that's the energy of you want to be scared. Okay, he wants to be afraid. And that's about offering a divine feminine here, just breadcrumbing such a divine being. And I feel because you feel intimidated by her. Anyway, Five of Autumn, what's going on here? Looking at her feet. I do believe this masculine holds this feminine in very high, maybe too high, regard. It's like she's right up there on a pedestal. Reach out to others for assistance, poor timing for a career change, feeling challenged by money issues. I actually feel as if the masculine in this story is now being affected by his past decisions and choices on how, I want to say, he approached the approach that he had towards this divine feminine. Karma. Not seeing somebody's value, and I feel the consequences or the repercussions of that is it's a poor timing for a career change, feeling challenged by money issues, and feeling the need to reach out to others for assistance. Who does this masculine reach out for? when he needs assistance. Now, I feel like his soul's actually, oh, I can take him to love actually. Love will actually draw his soul to this divine feminine because she is truthful and she sees the truth. Might not be what this masculine wants to hear, but it's like he will be told what he needs to know. Six of Summer's next. I felt the energy shift. A playfulness coming in, lightening up a bit. Feels like about bringing some fun into this connection. Okay, Six of Summer. Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from the past, remembering events differently, in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. Okay, so I feel this masculine is, he's repeating a karmic pattern where he's dwelling on things maybe a bit too much, maybe over the past. And this is blocking him from moving forward. The King of Spring is here. Someone does spring into action. He's innovative. He's got ideas. Okay. And it's their ideas about how to make it up to this feminine, and fun wants to be brought into the connection. It's like he knows what will do the job. A financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now, an unexpected supporter of your cause. I'm feeling the energy of reaching out to this feminine here as a little bit of a playful, begging energy. This also can be about if the masculine needs some answers. I feel like he's kind of asking the feminine to tap in to the divine. So I feel like it's a, could you please ask them this? So this is a communication outlet. It's kind of the energy of ask away, and the feminine will ask. In a way, it feels like she'll do whatever the masculine asks her to do. There's a daisy here. First of all, it took me to she loves me not, she loves me not. And I don't even think that that's in consideration now. I believe that these two love each other. I'm taken to forget-me-nots now. So how could they forget their connection? And then it was kind of through Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer too. I'm off crazy, all for the love of you. This very much is getting kind of like serious, but maybe this feels more about a spiritual connection, and you're asking whether or not you will marry. Is it meant to be? And I'm feeling as if the masculine, that's what he's scared. That's when he chickens out. Whether or not it is an actual proposal. But it feels the energy of checking in to make sure, are we meant to be together? Anyway, a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause. The strength here of the masculine and feminine coming together. Leo, your card, right in the middle of the reading. Centre space. The grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges. This is a big challenge, especially for the masculine to open up to this feminine, seeing as she already knows the truth. The power of kindness and forgiveness. It's time to embrace how wonderful you are. Now comes the King of Autumn, compassionate, accomplished, charismatic and gifted. I felt the energy here of time to embrace how wonderful you are. And I feel the feminine here is going to help the masculine to tap into his own power of intuition, his own gifts. He just needs to be shown and directed, kind of wishing on a star to follow where you are. How do you do it, divine feminine? Well, I feel we're getting to the point where he's actually going to be asking you. He has it within him himself. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right, everything going your way, and a good person or company to work for. Now, that's a really good energy because the masculine's being assertive here, which is what this divine feminine not just needs but requires, is actually a masculine who can take control, maybe of his own emotions, take charge, but that actually he can step into his own leadership skills. But it's more about your actual mental attitude of knowing that for this position you need to act more courageous and stronger than the divine feminine, or at least equal. This is your position because you've got the Ten of Summer next. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely and people you can trust. And you can trust this divine feminine. It's more about whether or not this masculine can trust himself with his own decisions. Okay, let's move on to this final row here. Card of manifestation, 3 of spring. The butterfly is kind of mimicking, okay, this feminine here, this feminine fairy, is assisting. So plan your next steps with an eye to the long term, the third eye to the long term. The High Priestess energy. Have patience. There are more good things to come. It's only just begun. Satisfaction from a job well done. The whole cover's like poetic. 10 of spring, carrying a heavy burden. 10 of wands, ask for help from others. All work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. Interesting that I've really picked up on the fairies' energy in protecting the oracle. That would probably make sense now. What is it, the oracle of the fairies or the fairy of the oracle? The oracle is the divine feminine, and she's being protected here by the fairies. Eight of autumn. I feel like when the divine feminine really taps into the Akashic records to spirit, she receives downloads. Now, interesting enough, this character here looks very similar to the feminine on this card. So I actually feel like this is a guide for the divine feminine, and there is a masculine here who has divineness within him also. And I feel as if this divine mother figure is teaching both counterparts the true value of life and love. Masculine, no more breadcrumbing. Divine feminine, you're constantly in this state of learning and listening, being perceptive. 8 of autumn, do more research. Do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school or apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanships and long-term projects. You have learned directly from the divine, which makes you a very good teacher. And when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When the masculine is ready, the divine feminine can then pass over some spiritual secrets. It's only when you're ready. It's like receiving an awakening, enlightenment is a gift. When the time's right, when you can actually comprehend and accept the truth. Because there's this energy of trying to find the divine feminine. Maybe trying to find out about the divine feminine. 10 of autumn. Got the 10 of cups and the 10 of autumn. I mean, we do have the power couple here. King and Queen of Pentacles. 10 of autumn. Take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones, making wise investments or planning for retirement, honouring family traditions. So definitely the divine here is orchestrating. It feels nice because it feels like taking one step at a time. Until you reach home, until you really feel at home with one another. One step at a time. And we end with the Prince of Spring. Charming, self-confident. That's the energy that this masculine needs. He needs to be confident within himself and his own abilities. And he's restless. Immediate action. A challenge he can successfully manage in a passionate relationship. And again, it's like the ball rushes in. Interesting, Leo. Should we have a look and see what this oracle card is from the fairies? Protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical ring of love and light. I felt it when the book went down. I can feel it around the divine feminine here. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. Now, this masculine may be trying to embark on spiritual work but being psychically attacked. Okay. Wrong book. Let's take the book that's protecting the oracle. Protection. Very colourful card. It spoke about the indigo children here, and also I want to say the rainbow children. Are they called the rainbow children? Can I be a rainbow child? The fairies of protection are forming a powerful fairy ring of light around you or someone close to you, providing the extra boost of protection that's needed right now. Now I felt the energy here, one step at a time. The fairies are swirling around you, protecting you every step of the way. This is about you being safe, to feel at home with each other. If you're especially sensitive or empathic, you might find yourself picking up vibes from places or people around you. These may include unpleasant vibes as well as good ones, and this is where the fairies of protection come in, because their ring of rainbow light acts as a protective shield from any unwanted energies. When we're psychically open, we act as a beacon and can attract different types of energy. Now, interesting, because this masculine is trying to find the divine feminine, and I feel maybe she's not psychically open at the moment to his energy if it's in a karmic cycle. When we're psychically open, we act as a beacon and can attract different types of energies. Some of these energies may be unwanted, so the fairies of protection remind you to use psychic protection when undertaking any kind of spiritual work or meditation, and will give you their own protection too. This card is also a reminder to make sure you're spiritually grounded, which can add an extra layer of psychic protection. A simple way to do this is to visualise a long tree root growing from the base of your spine and going deep into the earth. The protection from a fairy ring of rainbow light can give you more confidence during your spiritual practice and meditation. So if you need an extra layer of spiritual security, ask the fairies of protection to provide it. The fairies might also be nudging you to protect someone else spiritually or physically, but always ask permission before assisting anyone. It's important to remember that we all have free will, and the right to choose whether or not we'd like any spiritual help. And I feel that's the energy here, is that I believe you're going to have to ask the Divine Feminine for assistance. There's your reading, Leo. Have yourself a fantastic November, and I will catch up with you guys soon. Until then, take care. Much love. Bye for now.